See, that's not aura, bro.
It is aura.
How much is it? Because I have to do it's $25 right now.
Where's the buddy?
But that was like 2 months ago.
Where's Jill?
Special guest who's going to read the lineup tonight. Mike Bowles. All right, here we go.
Yeah. On the right side. Up front, the winger with the seed. The one who will get off the schneid tonight. Hammer! Yeah! On the left side. The stud with the mitten. The one who can control the game. Walter Devitt. Yeah! Up the middle. The sophomore sensation who can win all the draws. Perisie. Yeah! On D, the silent assassin. The Donnie on D with his partner. The kid who always has hop in his stride. Finish. And between the pipes, the man who can shut anyone down, James Whitmore.
Inside Pilgrim Arena, the host Hingham Harbormen entering with a 1-0-1 record, taking on the Braintree Womps with a record of 1-1-2 in Game 2 of today's tournament. Bigelow's got it, into the top of the backhander. McKenna, he scores! And McKenna, right on cue with his first goal of the season. And a late breakaway, and McCarthy comes off the bench, he shoots, and he scores! Brendan McCarthy! That's Javik. Javik walks in, shoots, he scores! A power play goal and the first of the season for Walter Javik. Back at the point, Smith, another shot, he scores! And Nick Smith has his first goal of the season, and that gets...
Ever since I was a kid, I dreamed scoring a goal on the varsity ice, especially at home. You know, getting that pass from Donnie and just seeing the whole right side of the net wide open with the screen. I got to go say to all the JV kids and my friend Connell over on the glass, hearing the announcer call your name after your score. I mean, it's just unreal, you know.
Cross-eye speed, looking to go to Allen. He just handled the puck, and he gets it back, and he scores. He lost it there for a moment, but Allen able to get his own rebound, and Barry Hingham's third power play goal of the night. James Whitmore out. Jacob Patel steps in. This game is over, and day one of the Arrow Sports Holiday Classic has come to an end. The Hingham Harbormen absolutely dominate this game as they knock off the Braintree Womps.
This kid's been playing awesome, not just today, but past 2 games as well. Had 2 today. BMAC.
Good work, boys. It's way to go out there. Clean some things up, and then we'll get back at it on Monday.
All right, Thought's got a good game today. You know, he's filled his role well this season. Thought's good. All right, just get good. Good assist, Willie P.
Good one, boys. Way to clean it up in the second.
What?
Way to clean it up in the third. Way to clean it up in the third. And flush the second. Not a big deal. Award today goes to a guy who got out there. We all noticed him. He was banging bodies, getting into the forechecks, good physical play. Wish we had a little bit more of that today. Jack Monroe.
Super grateful for this one, boys. Had a lot of fun up there. Let's get them on Monday.
I asked Coach Messina the toughest question that I think I've ever asked anybody I've interviewed. If he had to pick which one of his championship teams was his favorite, which would he choose? His answer was pure gold.
I mean, that's like asking you which child do you like the best, right? All 5 of those teams were all different. You know, the 1 in 92 was the first time we did it.
Puck popped in the air, taken away. Brad Taylor. Taylor score! Irio to lock shot score! Hingham Harperman, the 1992 Division II State Hockey Champion.
Well, it's funny you should say ring. I just happened to bring my little piece of history with me. We were a third period team. If it was a grind and it was a close game, we would sit there and thrive on it.
Remember skating over to the B on the ice and all the sea of red and Hingham fans supporting us. You know, our 92 year, we probably didn't have as much talent. Garrett Regan and Tony Messina called us that year the lunch pail gang. You know, just sort of put your hard hat on and go to work. So we were much more of a grinding, work hard team. And it's always great to walk into Pilgrim and see our banner hanging up there in the rafters. And I do break out the ring from time to time when the boys are over the house just to rub it in a little bit.
In '97, we had a team that we felt like should have won the state championship, and we did. '2001 was the first year that we were in Division I, back in Division I. We went independent in '98, and it legitimized our move to independency.
And here come your Hingham High School Harbormen. So, McDonald, slap shot, score! Rebound! Deportioni, score! Chet McDonald, slap shot, score! The Harbormen have won the Division I State High School Championship.
2010, that's kind of like the Holy Grail, to be able to win the Super 8, and it wasn't easy. We beat Malden Catholic in overtime in the semis and beat CM 1-0 in the finals. You know, to come out on top as only the second public at the time to win the Super 8 was phenomenal.
He sends it down low. He looks for the return pass. He'll take the shot. He scores! And Hingham is going to win the state championship.
And I will mention our 2015 state championship team. We were under 500 after 16 games in the season. We were 7-8-1, and we went 9-0-2 in the last 11 games to win the state championship.
Folks, hello and welcome into Pilgrim Arena. We have a top 6 matchup on our hands, a South Shore Classic. It's a packed barn. This should be a good one. The 6th-ranked Severian Hawks against the 5th-ranked Harbormen of Hingham High School. And they score! Low to high, we're tied at 1. Thrown out front, and they score! And Severian jumps out in front. Carroll shot couldn't get through all the traffic. Turn around. Right, and they score! Colin Garrity! Out in front, nobody home. Shot through traffic, and they score! Ryan LaRon, his first career goal, save that puck!
I just tried to get a puck on net, make something happen with like a rebound or something, and fortunately got a good screen from, I think it was Biggsy and Walter, and I was just super happy it went in. It's happy to get the boys fired up, and obviously a pretty cool game to score your first career goal. And
shot through traffic, chance on the doorstep, and they score! Comifer gets another! Fed that into the middle, walking it all out, and scoring is Brian Murray. Wins that puck free, thrown out in front. It was tipped on net. Chance on the doorstep, what a save! But they win it over. Javik, and they score. Kept alive. Back down low by Dunlop. Sent out in front, and they score. From below the goal line.
as a team, we weren't as, we got kind of lackluster after the second. Thought we were going to pull ahead, and then they kind of came back. They came back really strong and took it to us, and kind of fell apart from there.
I remember after the game, we kind of all circled up after the coaches left, and we kind of just talked about how the game went. Sometimes we just focused too much on playing defense, preventing them to, or just stopping them to score, instead of trying to attack them, stay on our toes. We kind of fell back on our heels sometimes.
I think, you know, in thinking back to that, I think that we stopped making plays and we tried to just chip the puck out of the zone, and it became that we stopped moving our feet. So in other words, you know, instead of making a 10-foot pass in skating and get the puck back, we tried to chip it out of the zone, and they were keeping it in, they were forechecking. We were making plays not to give up a goal, but it was a good lesson for us earlier in the year. It hurt tremendously. I know everyone was, you know, upset over that, and it should hurt. That was a tough one to lose, and it kind of taught us a lesson, and we wanted to use that going forward.
Before the goals, the championships, the varsity sweaters, and the packed arenas, there were frozen ponds, empty rinks, and early mornings. For most of these players, the journey didn't begin with a stick in their hands. It began with a parent or a milk crate holding them upright on a pair of skates. 3 years old, 4 years old, they probably learned how to lace up their skates before they learned to tie their own shoes. Hockey wasn't just a sport they discovered, it became a part of who they were. Years before they wore this jersey, before they represented a town, before they became a team, they were just kids falling in love with the game of hockey.
I first started playing when I was 3 years old. My dad built an outdoor rink in our backyard for my 3 older brothers and I to teach us how to skate. Yeah, he kind of offered either basketball or hockey, and we all leaned towards hockey. Yeah, I just learned how to play on that backyard rink. I learned how to compete with all my brothers. They always pushed me to be better.
I started playing hockey when I think maybe 4 or 5. My dad was a big hockey player. He played at Hingham, actually, Hingham High, and all of his brothers too, so.
Well, I first skated when I was 2, and I think a big part of that was my grandfather. Huge hockey fan. He worked for the NHL, he worked for the Bruins, so, you know, kind of grew up with that experience a little bit. A lot of learn to skates, a lot of free skates, and then eventually, as early as I could, just start playing for the town, and that's how I got started.
Just Hingham's such a big hockey town, and I started when I was 7, so like most kids, just playing here, doing mites, and just playing with my friends was probably the biggest reason why I started.
Well, I started playing definitely when I was very little, and I think a huge part of that was my grandfather. He was always influencing me. He played growing up, and then he was kind of the first one who put me on skates, built the backyard rink with my dad.
To see my grandkids playing in the Hingham program, as a grandfather, only grandparents can understand what it's like to watch your grandkids, you know, play a sport or do anything. It's just, as much as you enjoy your kids, the grandkids are, I mean, it's a step higher. It's awesome.
So I started playing hockey at 3 years old. I grew up in Minnesota, so like everyone says it's like the hockey capital of the world. It's like everyone talks about it there. And I really just loved it there. And when I moved here, I felt like it was even a little bit better here because the town was closer.
Yeah, I started playing hockey around 3 years old, just like everybody else, but you know, my dad always would build rinks in the backyard. Whitmore would come over and skate, but I never really wanted to ever skate. I would always go on with my shoes. I got on there with skates once and I realized how fun it could be. So my dad signed me up for skating lessons at the Rockland rink, and I just had so much fun. I met some of my lifelong friends in the Hingham Youth Hockey program.
So for me, I started, I'd say, a lot later than most guys, like 5, 6 years old. I'm the first one in my family to ever play hockey, and I'm still the only one who plays. We just went to family skates, and as soon as I laced them up, I just knew hockey had a special place for me.
These kids do so much talking. They're already chirping before the game. They're chirping up boy Roto. That pisses me off. Right on 3, 1, 2, 3, 4!
From the Bog in Kingston, Massachusetts, it's a New Year's Eve matchup tonight. Marshfield, the Rams hosting the Harbormen of Hingham.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah.
A puck here for Mr. Whitmore.
Wow. This guy, I thought he played great today. A lot of smart plays. Always love seeing him out there. Jimmy Berger.
Wow.
Hell of a game all around. And boy Wick, good shutout. Let's get ready for Monday.
In hockey, legacies aren't measured by the names on the back of a jersey. They're measured by the people who inspired you to wear it in the first place. By the time Walter Zavik reached varsity, he'd already spent years learning what it meant to be a Harborman. One of several Hingham players currently on a goal-scoring streak, he's also one of several players to have a sibling wear the red and white jersey before them.
My freshman year, I really wanted to make the team, to be a part of it, to be with them, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But even watching them just my freshman year, they were both obviously a huge part of the team. So it was super cool watching both of them. Obviously, one being named captain, but then Paul was a captain, so it was really cool to watch. I think they were just like, don't be nervous, just be confident. I mean, even getting called up my freshman year for practices, like, I was obviously nervous to come skate with all the varsity kids when I was on JV, so they were just like, don't be nervous, just be confident. And then, I mean, our first few games, my sophomore year was like prep and all those big dogs, so they were like, yeah, just be confident, don't be nervous.
In Massachusetts high school hockey, some programs chase greatness. Others, like these two, define it.
So we knew it was going to be a tough game.
They won it last year, so just the thought of beating the reigning state champs was really just in everybody's mind, and we just kind of want to get revenge on them too, because they came into our barn last year and took it to us.
Talking's over. It's time to do it. Time to execute. Right? You want to make a statement, this is the one. Here we go,
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to My Hockey Live and our presentation tonight of Division I Boys Hockey. The Hingham Harbormen visiting the Catholic Memorial Knights here at Warrior Ice Arena. Save by Whitmore. Save on the rebound off of McCourt. Back to Carroll. Here's a break. Antonellis is in. Shot and a goal. Dan Antonellis makes it 1-0 CM.
Let's just stick together. We've got to come up with some poise. Someone has to have some poise out there. How many times are we going to pass it across the middle of our zone to a guy high in the slot? No one wants to fight for the puck. No one wants to battle and stop and get dirty, get physical.
Court spun around over there by Carroll. That goes to Melvin. Shot and goal by Carlson.
I think everyone in here busted their ass and wanted to win. I'm not questioning the compete level, the desire, any of that. But we've got to play these games in a different manner. And we just weren't intense enough. You know, we've got to play these games a little differently. We've got to be a little more intense, get a little more physical and smart, stop on pucks. Their transition game is the best we've played so far, don't you think? Any kind of turnover, it's just going back the other way with speed and a lot of skill. You know, it's not going to get any easier. We got Winchester, then Arlington, and you know, schedule's just not going to get any easier. So we got to find a way to get better at that.
It ramps up to what you were talking about. It's kind of like playoff intensity. They had a playoff intensity mindset against us, I think, where they're just going to keep coming at us and get the puck behind us and attack. And we got to raise it up and push back. I don't think we push back enough. So we're going to practice it. We're going to get better at it. And hopefully it's not unexpected now. When we play against these better teams, they're going to attack us with speed. And we got to be able to come back at them with our own speed. Because we have guys that can move in here. We're just not making the right plays at the right time.
Whit, nice game. Like we said, let's learn from it. We don't like keep saying that, and eventually we got to learn from it, but this type of game has a lot of things in it that we can take and improve. So, decent job, just not where we want it to be.